An echo of an echo is the semblance of a sound. And I press and I've waited with my ear upon the ground. Oh, lover, I'll see you there, waiting in the willows with your autumn hair. Oh, lover, I'll see you there after many miles.
Good evening, everybody, and thanks for watching this episode of the Maine Food Story, an extension of Maine Life. And if you watch Maine Life, you know that Vanessa and I love to eat, but more importantly, we love to learn where our food is coming from and meet the makers and producers and share their stories with you. So tonight we have 6 segments or 6 delicious courses to share. Bon appetit.
Hi, I'm Mike Vale, president of Hannaford Supermarkets. Once again, Hannaford is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Maine Food Story. We're excited for this season and we can't wait to see what Aaron and the team have in store for us. We all know that Maine has become a destination for foodies, and there's really good reason for that. We not only have great restaurants and world-class chefs, we also have hard-working Mainers who are producing some of the world's finest foods. I'm proud to say we've built relationships with some of the same growers and producers highlighted in this show. And you'll be able to find a great variety of those local fresh foods in your neighborhood Hannaford, so you can create your own Maine food story. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we can't wait to see you in our stores again soon.
Welcome to Maine Grains. My name is Amber Lamke. I'm the co-founder and CEO of a grist mill here in downtown Skowhegan, Maine, located in the old Somerset County Jail building. We're standing right now in the Miller's Table at Maine Grains, our cafe and bakery that features these freshly milled flours and grains on our menu here. We'll be talking today about what Maine Grains does and how you can use these products at home. But just to share a little bit about our history, when we started Maine Grains in 2012, the state of Maine didn't have machines anymore that could process these good grains grown on Maine farms. We set out to solve that problem by setting up a mill and buying the machinery that made it possible to clean and mill food-grade grains and bring them back to our bakers and brewers. Here at Maine Grains, we invested in stone milling technology that allows us to mill these beautiful grains in the old-fashioned way with new equipment. You can think of stone mills being like this machine here, only ours are bigger upstairs in the production facility. There are 2 stones. The bottom stone is called the bed stone, the upper stone, the runner stone, and together, those 2 grind together to take these delicate little grain berries, or wheat berries as we call them, and pulverize them into a nice fine flour. It's important to understand the difference between stone milling and roller milling, which is how white flour is made. In a roller mill, you can think of 2 rolling pins together, where the berries go through 2 rolls that are turning, in essence, shearing that grain berry to remove the endosperm and make white flour. The beauty about stone milled flour is that all that nutritious bran and germ and the oils, where all the flavor is still in this flour. Here in Maine and the Northeast, our farms are growing grains in rotation with other crops. We grow things like hard red spring wheat, organic oats, corn, rye, buckwheat, and other heritage grains. Grains act as a crop rotation. In other words, they help break the cycle of growing other crops, which is actually good for the soil. Crop rotations can help break up pest cycles, and grains can be used as an organic way of managing perennial weeds on the farm. Grains and beans go hand in hand in crop rotation, which is why we help some of our farmers sell our crop rotation dry beans. Grains feed on nitrogen in the soil, while beans replenish nitrogen back into the soil. Here at the dry goods shop at Maine Grains, one of the most common questions we get is, what's the best flour for me to substitute the white flour at home? And we often point people to the sifted flour. What this means is that we've milled this beautiful flour fresh on our stone mill, and we've sifted out some of the particles of bran. You can see the difference in the lineup next to me, where I have a small pile of whole wheat flour. That's 100% whole wheat with all the bran and the germ in the flour. In the sifted flour, we've removed some of the bran, but in stone milling, we leave microscopic particles of bran and germ and all those flavorful oils. So while it's not white flour, this is a wonderful all-purpose sifted flour. We're also milling products here at Maine Grains like rye flour and other heritage grains that pair beautifully in breads and sometimes even in sweet treats. This pile over here actually has a bluish hue to it, which is why we gave our rye flour a nice blue label. The rye flour is whole grain and pairs beautifully with chocolate, say in a chocolate rye cookie or a brownie. It's also wonderful in some of those hearty Eastern European breads like Volkenbrot and Jewish rye. When we first started Maine Grains, I had no idea that a movement would form around getting back in the kitchen and baking and cooking from scratch again. It's a beautiful thing to be able to work with freshly milled, locally grown grains and support the farmers from our region. We encourage you to check out the recipes that we have on our website, mainegrains.com, and stay tuned. We'll be launching a new line of products this year in baking mixes and seasoned grains that make it easy for the home cook to get right in the kitchen.
This week on Conversations with Chefs in Their Home Kitchens, Vanessa visits Chef Susie Barnes, owner of Dot's Cafe in Lincolnville.
Hi.
I just there's like a tornado outside.
I know. I know. I didn't
Yes, you're
sit.
beautiful. Yes.
Oh, he's gonna be
So
like,
sweet.
love me, love me.
Yes.
What's that?
Just I know you've got Green Tree right across the street, which I love, but I stopped and got you some espresso this morning. Rock
love
City.
it.
Yeah.
I don't really cook.
I mean, you cook all the time
I
for
cook
your
all the
work.
time.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when you said, come and,
we can eat beefaroni out of a can. I'm cool
so
with that.
this is what I eat on my day off.
All right. Oh, is
Which
it York Hill
is-
Farm?
That's York Hill Farm.
Yes.
Sardines, hot sauce, almonds, flatbread. Man, that's it. With
That's
my feet
it.
up.
I love it.
But I figured I better do something else. Well, I did have in mind to do a Bermudian fish chowder
okay.
because
100%.
that is my that's my comfort. Like I've been cooking that since I've been 18 years old.
Okay.
When I was on a yacht and we ended up in Bermuda and I
Listen to this.
when
I was in a yacht,
No, I
and we
was
were in
cook-
Bermuda. I hate you.
Okay, first of all, I was puking my and I was working really hard.
You say this is a Bermudian stew. So did you actually learn this recipe when you were down in Bermuda?
I did, yeah. I can't find Outerbridge's sherry sauce, which is what goes in it.
Okay.
That and Gosling's rum.
There's rum in this soup?
Oh, there's rum. Yeah, there's a lot of rum. Well, you can't ever have too much haddock. Okay, so
Oh, there we go. The magic ingredient.
it's a sip for me, a sip for the pot.
Woo! I like the way you cook.
It's Gosling's.
All right. And, if somebody's trying to make a dark and stormy without goslings, it's not a dark and stormy.
Exactly.
What I love about living in this area, when I moved up here, I love that all of you who are chefs and market owners and whatever, you all on your days off will go and support the other folks' restaurants.
Absolutely.
And so I
because
do think
that's
that
why we don't cook for ourselves.
Right.
It's on our one day.
Yeah.
It's
really
kind of
wanna
nice. Do you want to cook? All right, Vanessa.
Okay, so we've got the fancy table set in here.
Because I don't know if it's like I think I don't have time to sit down and eat, but when I'm by myself or even with Bella, we basically eat standing up. My answer is, and it needs a little salt.
A little hot.
I literally just took a shot of that. This has been so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If I eat that bowl of soup, thankfully Paul's driving me, so I don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it.
All right.
Well, chin chin.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in.
Good evening, everybody. As you know, my girl loves to be on the ocean in the summertime, and she loves a good Cosmo.
I do, and that's why I wanted to share with all of you my version of the raspberry Casco Bay Cosmo.
I can see it. Follow me, right? I can see Jason at the helm, me at the bow, soaking up the sun, and you making one of those great Cosmos.
You're looking good, my friend. Well, let's get practicing.
Show me what you got.
Easy, simple ingredients. All you need is a shaker and a muddler. Back it up.
All right.
Let's do it. The raspberry Casco Bay Cosmo calls for 1.5 ounces of citrus vodka. Today we are using Grey Goose, 1 ounce of Cointreau, 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice, and about 3 to 4 fresh raspberries to muddle, and a few more to garnish. We gave it a good muddle,
I hear it.
and now we're shake.
I see it.
I smell
I
it.
can't wait to taste it. So, Aaron, that was easy to make.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
You added a little raspberry on top for
Just
a little
razzle
razzle-dazzle.
dazzle.
Cheers to boating season.
I can't wait. Wow, you know what? We're finishing each other's things.
Watch you're spilling.
This must really be good.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my home kitchen here in South Freeport, Maine on the ragged, jagged, delicious coast, and I'm so glad you're joining me. I'm doing a pretty much classic sort of clam chowder, right? Because clam chowder is delicious. So, a couple things about chowder. It's always better the next day. So if you're entertaining or, well, just eating for yourself, cook it on one day, put it in the fridge, let it come out. You know, the flavors just marry together. It just gets happier, right? You got a little bit of prep to do over here. And then you're gonna meet me back at the stove. So we're gonna chop some potatoes. We're gonna dice some fennel. We're gonna dice some onion. We're gonna chop some bacon. There you go. Now we're ready. All right, so I've got my bacon in here, I've got the onions in here, and I've got a little bit of butter. And that's just gonna help it all saute down. While we're doing that, we're gonna get our clams started. So use any kind of clam you want. These are nice little neck size. So I've got those. I'm gonna put a high heat. Gonna do a cup of water. So the clams will cook in probably like 10, 12 minutes max or so. And that's about the time that we need to get the base of this chowder ready for those clams. Next up, I'm going to add in the fennel. Fennel just has such an elegant, beautiful flavor. Oh, man. It adds a little bit of sweetness to the whole thing. And just to double down on the fennel, I'm gonna add a tablespoon or 2 of fennel seeds. A couple of bay leaves. And there we go. Those clams probably, yep, right on time. There they go. As soon as those pop open, pull them out. Now, what we're left with is that delicious clam broth in the bottom there. That's gonna form part of the liquid base of our chowder here. So, there you go. Now, there might be a little bit of grit in that liquid there. So, what we're gonna do is, what am I gonna do? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that, I hope this isn't too hot. There you go. Pass it through a fine mesh strainer. Turn that off. Get a look at that. Yep. We're gonna take a couple of cups of half and half. Now I like half and half because it adds a little bit of that richness. It's not the super thick chowders that are made with cream or with flour. There you go. Potatoes in there. Shells, I'm gonna chop them probably in half, throw them in, and then we wait. Yeah, check that out. smells so good. All right, super chunky, but yet that rich broth with that delicious Oakhurst milk in there. Yeah, that's how I like clam chowder to be, right? It should be almost a meal in itself. So, a couple of little things. I want to add that little dash of Worcestershire, some fresh grated nutmeg or some mace, whatever. It's a really great little addition. It just brings so much flavor again to it. A hint of the exotic, if you will. Oyster crackers, and there you go. New England clam chowder.
Hey you, are you looking for AV?
Are you talking to me?
How about an e-bike?
Yeah? That sounds cool.
What if I told you that a purchase of every Nissan Ariya at Berlin City comes with a complimentary e-bike?
That's right, an e-bike to double your electrification.
Where are these words coming from?
That's right, no cash, no fine print, more freedom to explore.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it.
Maine is a lifestyle destination. With over 3,500 miles of coastline, lakes, mountains, and four-season recreation, there's a reason Maine is known as Vacation Land. At Harcourt's Waterfront and Fine Properties, we're the Maine real estate lifestyle experts. If you're thinking about moving to Maine, we can help you not only find a property, but the perfect home to fit your lifestyle. Contact us today to make your dream of living in Vacation Land come true. Harcourt's, we're with you all the way.
Hi everybody, summer in Maine, as we know, is short, but it is so very sweet.
And even though I love what I do, I want to get out and enjoy every bit of summer with my family that I can.
Less prepping in the kitchen and more grabbing and going.
Exactly. We have so many time-saving products available to you and your families. One easy go-to is our sandwich set. So we have Taste of Inspirations. This is my favorite, the Italian meats, because it has the provolone, the salami, the pepperoni, a little pickled onion. But if you don't want a sandwich, we also have wraps available to you as well. And then every day they make these Taste of Inspirations Cape Cod chicken salad sandwiches in store. So it has dried cranberry, it has walnut, really, really tasty. And again, too, every day we're making fresh salads. So these salads, this is one of my favorites. This is a steakhouse with crumbled blue cheese, roasted red pepper in it, and steak strips too.
All the work is done.
All the work is done, just grab and go, and even family size. So this is our family size chef salad too. So you can bring this to a barbecue if you want, or just bring it out on the boat, bring it to camp for an evening dinner. Yeah, and then snacks too. So this is a great little snack box with granola. You have peanut butter, you have celery. We have ones that are like pepperoni and cheese in it as well.
This specific one, you've got to tell your category manager to call it the bachelor box because this is what my husband would have stacked up in his refrigerator.
Oh my gosh. Well, now he has
Until
more.
he met me.
Exactly.
The best cook behind
So
you.
much more. That's what I'm here for you.
Yes,
I'm here for you.
I'm telling a fib. Okay, so Snack Pals. These are Brooks's favorites and Mama too.
Yes, and such a great option. These are the ones that we have in our produce department. If you want fresh vegetables, we have vegetables. We have fruit. There's grapes and cheese. What I love about these ones too, this is my daughter's favorite with the sliced apples, and it comes with its own little cup of peanut butter. So it's a great little, throw it in the cooler, get ready to go.
And I think you made up a new word, vegetables.
Vegetables? Trademarked that one.
All right, these are new to me. What are these guys?
Yeah, so these are also in our snacking set in our deli area, and these are just great little charcuterie bites. So this one in green is prosciutto wrapped around mozzarella. This one is pepperoni wrapped around mozzarella as well. And it's just a single bite. So a little single serving. You can throw it in the cooler, just a quick little bite.
Individually wrapped. You'll find those probably at the bottom of our purse.
You're right. You'll be like, oh, that's,
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
All right, so lastly, we're talking about my new favorite dip. Thanks for telling me about the street corn.
You're welcome. This is a great one, street corn dip. So it has nice chunks of corn, but it's roasted, smoky, really delicious.
It truly is good.
But you need to eat them with our in-store made tortilla chips as well too, because that's how you enjoy it all.
So remind people where they can find that, because
Yeah, so this is in our deli sets as well too. So if you know where like the hummus is and the salsas, the fresh salsas, that's where you're gonna find this one.
That's where you're going first.
Yes.
And to top it all off, quench your thirst.
Exactly. We have everything from our Nature's Promise sparkling water. We have our sparkling chill drinks. And what's great about these, there's so much flavor. They're nice and light and bubbly, but they're so easy to carry as well too. So you just throw them in a cooler, throw them in a backpack with an ice pack, and you're good to go.
And pour it over your favorite adult spirit.
And you're invited to my camp.
Okay, and where is that?
We are actually up on Big Sebago. So we have a pontoon. We'll take it out and go to the sandbar pretty much every weekend.
The Maine life.
I love it.
Enjoy, everybody. Save time, grab and go, and enjoy adventuring around our beautiful state. Thank you, Chef. Happy
You're
summer.
welcome.
I'm Joe Riccio. Today I'm very excited. We're in North Yarmouth at the Purple House. I'm going to meet with Krista Kern-Desjardins, who is the chef baker here. She also runs Bresca and the Honeybee at Sabbath Day Lake. We are going to eat what I'm told is an upsetting amount of ice cream, which I'm excited about. Is there any better way to start your day than an ice cream sundae? I'm not really sure, but I'm going to find out. We'll see how it goes. I haven't been here in a really long time.
I know a lot of people haven't.
Yeah, and every time we pull in to do something with you here and you aren't actually open, like at least 7 cars pull in. Be like, you open? Are you open? Are you open? Are you open?
I know, it's the house of disappointment.
That's what it's thinking. Welcome to the Purple House, the house of disappointment, if you will.
I know. We'll come back in October more full time.
Well, exactly. So that's the one thing. So I know you're coming back in October, and today it was like, we're sort of doing a version of what you do at Sabbath Day Lake at Bresca and the Honeybee.
Yeah.
We're going to eat some ice cream.
Yeah, we're going to eat some ice cream.
Which is what you can get over the summer.
Yes, that's, a little bit of baked goods we'll do out there, but the focus is ice cream.
Nice. Can you give me the timeline? Because I think a lot of people are, obviously it's confusing for people because they're like, they were open for a long time and now they're not, but then they are.
2016.
Yeah.
To 2000,
long ago?
yeah, to 2020, March of 2020.
Okay.
And then consistent, and that's where we were cafe, bakery, bagels, the whole
Roman pizza,
the whole
and
thing,
everything.
right. And then we closed for 2 years, and then we kind of came back doing pop-ups in a mishmash, and then my dietary life changed, and I, had to really watch dairy and cut it out, and then this past year for here had to cut out all wheat gluten. So that was like
you somehow navigated that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So all the ice creams have been gluten free.
Well, I am excited to
Yeah, you're getting
have the whole range of everything here.
Yeah, you are. You're going to get a little bit
labeled
of this
vegan,
and
traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that it matters for you having it all in one glass, but for me, so I don't accidentally taste something that I can't without dairy. I just need to take a lap. I don't drop dead on the spot.
Nice. So it is time for Sundays for breakfast here, and this is a impressive.
You can't dig it yet. You have to eat the
You don't
top
want to
off,
eat this in your
and then
car.
you can dig down. No, it's buttermilk panna cotta ice cream, strawberry rhubarb compote, strawberry ice cream, whipped cream, brown butter crumble, and then raspberry celery leaf sorbet.
It's funny because when I worked with you in restaurants in 2003, you made me a convert. You had very elaborate desserts, but then the one thing that made me a convert was your coconut sorbet, which was this simple thing that I was like, I've never had sorbet like this. And so I just love the fact that these families are coming up to Sabbath Day Lake and they had this ice cream that changed my life. I wasn't even a dessert person before I had it.
Aww.
So thank you.
Yeah,
very
no,
much.
that's
This
really
is,
nice of you to say that. No, it's good. It's hard work out there, right?
Just
We're in
wanna
a little
eat this every day.
100-year-old shack that's literally crumbling into the ground, but at the same time, it is what it is, and it is fun when I kind of break away from making ice cream.
I would happily
for 100
crumble
people.
into the ground with that shack if I could eat this for breakfast every day.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, everybody. You know my girl loves to be on the ocean in the summer, and she loves a good Cosmo.
Well, yeah, I do. Okay, hold on. Here at the dry goods shop at Maine Grain,
fine.
It's a bit of a process to eat the thing, but
Well, just kind of go at it,
am I supposed to be eating or no?
delicately.
Show me what you got.
back it up.